Now to Newport News, where it's day one of former Richneck assistant principal Ebony Parker's criminal trial.
More than 3 years after a 6-year-old brought a gun to school and shot his teacher, attorneys are now vetting the people who will decide this case.
Yeah, we have team coverage. Brianna Fallon is looking at school safety upgrades made in Newport News since the shooting.
Yeah, but first, here's Madison Schlegel with an update on that jury selection. Madison.
84 people have shown up to Newport News today to be potential jurors in Ebony Parker's criminal trial. The judge saying the case only needs 12 jurors and 2 alternates. Already 16 people have been dismissed due to bias. Before the jury came in for questioning, the judge did hear motions from the defense. They argued new video evidence was uncovered by Parker's attorney that came up from Zwerner's civil trial. Parker's team asking for a continuance for the case, but the judge struck that down, saying since the video was used in the civil case, it was accessible to Parker's current team. Once jurors were brought in, they were asked a series of questions from the judge, the prosecution, and the defense. Some of those questions, whether or not there's concerns for conflict, whether they've watched coverage of the civil trial, or if they've sought out or shared information about this case in the past. Jurors were also asked if they have a preconceived notion coming into the case. Over 25 people said they do. That was a question 13 News Now legal analyst Ed Booth says attorneys were ready for.
In a case like this, it may be hard to find jurors who don't have knowledge, or more realistically, will testify under oath that the knowledge that they have won't influence them one way or the other, because that's all every side is looking for, right? Fair and impartial jurors who will weigh the evidence appropriately.
Now, as for the people who said that they do have preconceived notions coming into this case, it was a mixed bag of whether or not people said that they would be able to leave those notions at the door. In Newport News, Madison Schlegel, 13 News Now.
Now, this case is scheduled to run until Thursday. Presiding Judge Rebecca Robinson says she expects the case to be wrapped up by at least the end of this week.